Your headset is about to die. It's not. Your headset is about to... Why are you telling me that? It's not true. I just put my Bluetooth in. They're like brand new. Oh, you think that's what the song sounds like in my ears? No, that's my beautiful cover, dude. Think of the 15 months, Dizzy. You're beautiful. You know that? Inside and out. I'm gonna listen to the song probably about 3 times, dude. This song's been on my tip. I've been on this song's tip, actually. Crazy style for the past, like, 2 weeks. If the bot was, like, active right now, he'd be basically being like, oh, you know, you've listened to this song 50 million times in the last 2 weeks. I'd be like, yep. It's true. True! Black Knight, what up, BK? How you doing? BK sounds weird. It sounds like Burger King. I gotta stand up. I've been sitting all day, bro. And then you head back to the Milky Way. The sun. And you're running in the Milky Way. We got 1 minute left on the ads, and then you guys know the deal. I don't gotta tell you. Black Knight's always here early. Disney's always here early. You guys know. I'm just gonna be polishing away at this lady here. I think her chin's a little big. Looking for yourself out there. Na 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 na. Snack! Miss Sam! How you doing, dude? What's up? How's it going? I think 30 seconds left on the ads. I got something you could polish away on. Or does that mean Polish, like the country? Alright, let me drop the little Discord notification here. Let's get this show on the road, baby. Ads 10 seconds on the ads. I'm good. Been good, but a long week. Tell me about it, dude. Okay, I'm playing that song again, dude. I don't care. I don't care how much it annoys you guys. We're listening to it again. Alright, dropping the Discord notif, and we're off. What made your week long, Miss Sam? If you want to talk about it. If you don't, you know, I won't stop you. What's up? What up, Romeo? How you doing, man? This lady's face feels odd to me. I think her eyeball is like too out there. It's too wide. There's something. I don't like that. I think I gotta find like a middle ground here. It's okay, just stressed. I get to go swimming tomorrow and I did a bunch of adulting yesterday. Yeah, I feel that, dude. Well, minus the adulting. Just the stress part, really. Rain and tell me, and no for shooting star. One permanent sky. Hello, Shireen. How you doing? What's crack-a-lackin', gang? How's it going, Makashi? How's life, dude? I feel like it's been so long, because I wasn't there on Sunday. My goal was to tell you guys on Saturday that I wasn't gonna be there on Sunday, but I totally forgot. I like teased everybody. I was like, yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow, and then I just didn't show up. But room to grow. Doctor's appointment wasn't great, but hoping things start to get better. I got my driver's license renewed, and my plates were suspended, but I got them cleared. Okay, well you're chipping away at things, you know, just one thing at a time. Classic Twitch streamer. Shake my head. All good on my end. Just been chilling today? Hell yeah, dude. I've also been chilling. Well, I've been working, but, you know, same old. Doing good. I'm drawing right now. What are you drawing, Shireen? One day at a time. Exactly. Okay, I think this also needs to come in more. Fried chicken, best friend always sticking up for you. You know you're wrong. Yeah, I haven't drawn since last stream. That's gonna be a recurring trend, by the way, where I just don't draw in between streams. It's just because it's been the best for my shoulder, to be honest. It's unfortunate. I gotta basically pull off to put on the gas, you know, later on. I gotta make sure my shoulder is 100% good before I start cranking up the NOS a little bit and going too fast, too furious on my poor little Wacom Cintiq. I haven't been swimming in 8 years. I feel like it's one of those things that you just kind of know inherently, you know? I don't know if it's like a thing you forget or not. I really do not like the way this girl's hair looks, dude. I'm very disappointed in myself that I drew it all on one layer. I should do this on another layer. Shooting star, I'm from a shooting star. How's everyone doing? What up, Myth? How's it going? I love to swim, just haven't been able to. It's gonna be a little man's first time with me. He's been swimming before, but it was when it's at the daycare. I don't really like this song. I'm good. Riptide? Eh. Matchbox 20? Alright, now we're cooking. Did he ever take swimming lessons, Miss Sam? I feel like when I was a kid, my parents put me in swimming lessons. I just didn't like them very much. I did a lot of, actually, come to think of it, I did a lot of different hobbies that I just ended up not liking. I did judo when I was a kid. Was not a fan of that. Actually, I think I was a fan of it, but I think what happened was I didn't get promoted when all my friends did when I was like 5. And then I just, like, rage quit, so... maybe I did like it. When they went to the Y, he went swimming and he said he had so much fun. He had fun, so... okay, dope, dude. Dope. I'm existing Shirley. Tired as hell recently, not gonna lie. Oh, that's cool, dude. Just don't... my name's not Shirley. Hi, what up, Nitherin? How you doing? Yeti, how you doing? Also, I'm doing good? Hell yeah, dude. That's what I like to hear. He's scared to go swimming, but I keep reminding him I'm gonna be right there with him. Our kids, I feel like kids are just like naturally buoyant. But maybe that's just babies. Like, babies, I think if you just, like, straight up toss, like, an infant into the pool, they'll just, like, float. I think that's, like, part of, like, early developmental training. Man, my hand is really not warmed up right now. I gotta warm my shit up. $15 stream streak. I'm getting the stream back, the streak back, besties. Myth, you lost your streak. What was it at? What was the high score? I feel like you had a big one, didn't you? You were like 35 plus, I think, unless I'm tripping. I know Moja's also like pretty fucking peaked. The ultimate lurker, who I call out. Sorry. It's like 60, 70, I think. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, that sucks. Oh no. No, you lost the 70 stream streak? Crazy. I wonder if there's an add-on that lets me show, like, streak leaderboards. You know? I feel like that could be fun. Because I actually genuinely like encouraging streaks, because they're cool. In the sense that I have mad respect for the streakers, you know? Even if you're just coming in for like 5 minutes to get your streak and getting the fuck out, still based. It shows commitment. To me. Which is awesome. Oh shit, what am I clicking on right now? Oh shit, I gotta not ignore YouTube chat. YouTube! Yes, they're trained early to float. There you go, silver comments there. Was there. I don't know if they're still there, but... I'm at 79 right now. 69 would have been better, but... It's okay, Dizzy. I'll allow it. Kinda want to just fucking draw the brand new character. I don't know if I'm vibing with the direction on this one. We spent a solid couple hours on it last stream, but Snack, do you think you could put some input on my drawing? It's okay if I'm not sure if I came in later than I should. No. In critiques? Oh, I see. Yeah. I got you, dog. I gotcha. Ooh, a dragon, huh? I'm not super fantastically awesome with drawing creatures, I will say. I'll break my stream to appease you. Thanks, man. It shows true power. True willpower. What you hear? I will say, Nitherin, I find, I assume you found pictures of roses online and then you sort of like traced over them for these rose details. I find when people do that, it really, really flattens out the line art. I would encourage you to try and sort of study the rose and sort of understand the shape patterns and stuff like that. And try to just sort of emulate the shapes in some sort of way. Like this sort of like twisty, bendy, petally thing. It feels better when you do that, I find. Just because, or at least if you're gonna do it, try to not have the line quality be as even. Those are just there as a placeholder? Ah, gotcha, okay. But yeah, anyway, so I won't focus on those then, I'll focus on the dragon. The dragon's eye doesn't read super clear to me. And what I mean by that is it's hard to see where the forms are. I'm going to reduce the opacity on this. I think we're going to switch my brush over to this one. We're not going to go red because it's a red dragon. But it's just, oops. It's very difficult to sort of tell where the mass is on the dragon's eye. I feel like I would like to see a little bit more, you know, description of like the form underneath here. And the way you do that is with lighting, you know. So if you've got like what you could do. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just paint over it and see if I can do that. Yeah, what I mean is there's a lot of values that are really dark here, let's say. Like, this is our sort of, we got a dark value here. I'm just going to extract your values, okay? Then we've got a value here that to me is lighter in value than this part here. But this is probably the most shadowy part of the face because of all the masses that are in that space, right? So if you have like a dragon, you know, presumably he has a big dragony brow that has sort of this form to it. Big dragony brow. And then all these like lines and shit underneath. Right? If that's the case, then when the light hits it, if there are light rays coming down, the light can't bend around this form here. You see these contour lines I put in here? The light can't bend around that. And so it's going to hit here, and it's going to bounce off. Which means everything under this form here, or this curvature, is going to be in shadow of some sort. Okay? It's up to you to determine what kind of shadow. It could be like a cast shadow, a bounce shadow, like a core shadow, whatever. You know, it doesn't really matter. It's probably like more of a cast shadow. And so you need to darken the values in this region in particular relative to everything else. That's a big issue that I see here is your values are really, really dark in other areas that are just not as occluded. And because of that, if it's very clear, it's not clear where the light source is. Fair warning, my computer's lagging in and out. Well, you can always watch the VOD later. I'll just go over it and then you do whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take your... where's my freaking pen? I'm going to grab your shadow here. I'm just going to paint in this whole area. I'm going to... that's pretty saturated, actually. Which is a good thing. You did good. Is that a hoo-ah? Oh, never mind. That's an eye. Yeah, oh, a hoo-ha. No, I'm not drawing pussy, dude. Get your mind out of the gutter, dog. And now what I'm doing here is I'm trying to create an interesting shape. Whenever you're using shadows or just painting in general, you really, 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 really want to focus on form. It's like one of the most important things for painting is just like the form of the shapes you're choosing. And so right now, like I'm going real flat here. I'm getting rid of all these highlights and everything. I'm just deciding what the shape of this brow is going to be, and I'm rocking with that. And I like this sort of shape you have here, and so I'm going to kind of emulate that a little bit, you know? But I feel like literally just doing that, adding it in shadow, look how much more depth the piece feels like it has. Whereas if I get rid of this layer, it's a lot flatter. And I got rid of all the beautiful color. Like, you added blue. Do a jiggle? Shit, you know it, dude. You know it, dude. Oh, the mouse isn't there. Oh, fuck, you're so right. Whoops. I wasn't paying attention. Alright, let me turn them on. And then remind me to make a jiggle. Funny thing, it only took me a day and a half to draw it. Yeah, some people are fast, some people are slow. Doesn't really matter. I think this stuff still applies. I would just say, like, you know... And now I'm just gonna erase out some of my shadow there, and I feel like that just feels a lot more focused, more logical. And then what I would do is I would sort of darken or smooth out a lot of these shadows up here, because they're very dark. There is a cast shadow from these flowers that you have, so fair. But I want the lighting on the top here to sort of sell the idea of the form on the dragon. And maybe, you know, you want to do a little scraggly, dragony things. I don't know. I don't really know how dragon forms work. This whole region here, I would probably gradually blend out, so it's just not like a hard edge. Something like that, you know? This is sort of how I would paint it. This would be my approach. Add some lighting down here. You're going to get some bounce light on that lower lid. I'm going to get rid of all this here. I think it's too much. And now look at that difference, right? We went from that to that. It's very, very subtle. All I did was add a little shadow and smooth out some of the forms. And I'm going to keep doing that. I'm just going to drag these forms out a little bit more, just because I feel like there's all these competing contrasts. I really want this to be the focal area. Reminder, I redeemed Duo Jacob. Shit. You're right. You're right. I was born in the gutter. Based. I do like the little subtle shadows and stuff you have in here. So I'm going to apply those as well. I like that subtle contrast for the core Terminator shadows you have. I'm actually going to push them more because I like them that much. Okay. Might be too much. Don't forget, look at YouTube. My presence here will vary. One moment I may be here. So much research to do and whatnot. What are you studying? And now I'm just going to push, again, I'm just going to push my values even more as I get closer to the eye socket and define sort of where the transition is on the eyelid. Make sure it's round, because it is an eyeball. Even if it's a dragon, still an eyeball. So that's the difference, you know? All I did was push the shadows, give it a little graphic-y form, and I feel like it reads a lot cleaner. And you could keep pushing this and pulling this or whatever and getting more shadow in there, getting less shadow in there. Whatever you want, dog. It's your drawing. I'm just giving you like an idea of how I operate and how I would do this. And I'm also going to grab some of this and paint it on the eyelid. Just for a little pop here. Maybe that's not the most beautiful thing in the world, but yeah, I think that works. But that's it. This was a really, really easy fix. I think I would also probably just extend the dragon's head out very smoothly out here. Just because I don't like that gray. I just don't think it works. I just think it takes away. It steals from the focal area. It's too high contrast. So that's why I'm sort of blending it out there. And maybe I don't like this color necessarily on the blending. Maybe I could do something else. And sort of define the skull shape a little bit more. Dragons have big-ass skulls, so I feel like there'd be a little bit more going on here. I would also study, if I were you, and look at actual look at actual dragons in the wild. Look at like Komodo dragons and shit like that. And see how their skull shapes are formed. Literally look at their skulls and see where the bony like protrusions are and all that shit. And that'll really help sort of give you more options to play around with. But that's all I did. That was the horn. I wanted to put the horn in so your brother would stop calling it a damn worm. Well, it doesn't look like a worm. But I would assume if it's a dragon, the horns would probably be similar to like a fleshy color, you know? Anyways, that's my fix. That's what I got for this one. I think that was a really quick fix. All we did was add a little shadow, identify some of the values. I think that's it. Thunder happens when it's raining. Snack, how much would it run me to get an animation from you? Come out of retirement. I have 3 string cheese and some bacon bits. What do you need, Cut? What's the animation that you want? Tell me and I'll think about it. Just because I love you so much. I use Bad Dragons for reference. Don't look up at work, by the way. Well, I work from home today, so, you know. Bad Dragons. Oh. Oh. Okay. You little freaky one, huh? Thanks, Snack. No worries, dude. And I don't see you think you know. You know. That was the shortest fix we've made to my art so far. I think it's because I just don't think there's a lot more needed. I really think, like, you just needed to make the focal area clearer. And you just needed to sort of, you know, vary up the value so that, like, this region isn't pulling away as much. Obviously, finish the roses. And use reference. But I think this was a pretty simple fix. You don't have to always do a whole lot. I think, like, you could obviously change the shape here a bit more. Like, I don't think this whole region makes a lot of sense. Like, if it were my dragon, I would probably blend this out, you know? Just so that the eye pops even more, give him a little smoother look. Blend this out, all that good shit, you know? It's probably how I would do it. Yeah. Just another option. I'll drop that in the Discord as well. Just a little sleeker. I'd be an aerodynamic dragon kind of guy, you know? I like the speedsters. That'd be my thing. And so I'd give him that. I'd give him a head that looks like a Ferrari. A small alligator spinning on a record player at eye level. So a full body turnaround. Okay. Do you have a design? If you have a design, send it to me, and maybe we could dick around with it on stream here today. I don't want to open something. I want to do new. Sorry, I can't believe you didn't know what those were. I should have known. The second I saw the link to the sex toy website, I was like, oh yeah. Okay, let's do a new animation layer. Me? You? What are you talking about? No, the link Dizzy sent me. Not your dragon. Oh, sorry, a different dragon. He sent me he told me to look up, what was it? Bad Dragons? Which is a dildo website. With dragon dildos. But you didn't send me a link, but you sent me a thought that made me Google it, you know? Which is just as bad. Okay. Window, timeline. Kim Doe, what up, Mrs. Doe? Or sorry, Ms. Doe, you're not married. There's no Mr. Doe, as far as I know. You look like Prime NFT looking up stuff you were warned not to look up. If I were NFT, dude, it would just popped up straight up in his freaking Google. Oh, that rules. Why do you need it animated, dude? Because it looks done already. For those who don't know, this is out of context. I'm looking at my DMs right now. Cutmaro sent me a dragon spinning on a disc. Or I guess he sent me a dragon spinning. But I do have another drawing. This is just if you want to look at it. What I would recommend is go apply the revisions I gave you on that one, and then once that's done, you can post another one. You know. Just because I, like, you know, the whole point of the critique channel is so that I can offer feedback to people to then apply, right? If I offer feedback and they say, cool, thumbs up, and then just move on, and don't apply it, then it defeats the purpose a little bit, you know, so. That's what I would say. Just don't rush into the next one. Tie down this one a little bit, do your flowers and stuff, and then see a little progress on it. Because I can't get the perspective right for making it go around and getting bigger and smaller with consistency. I think the spin's too fast, so I would slow it down. I don't know. Do you have the file? Like, do you have is it a CSV file, like an animation file? And also the axis point looks like it's going through his asshole. I would also say if it were up to me, I would do an isometric view, just because I feel like an isometric view is going to read better as a record, you know? I don't know if I fully read it as, like, him spinning on a record, more so just him spinning. That would be my nitpick. Obviously, that means a full rework, but like, not a drag in this image. Yeah, I know. I just think it's better to just focus on some stuff first, and then we'll jump into the next one next time, maybe. Look, I'd pay for a whole rework if it's in the budget. Oh yeah, you know what? Let me do a little freebie, a little sample here, and then maybe we can talk. I'm just very lazy, and the other issue is I'm trying to really limit my week time drawing to basically 0 these days, and so I feel like I'd be kind of confined to working on stream, which is the least efficient way of working. What's your timeline on something like this? Isometric, so something like this maybe. It's all in my head. No, I got a follow 2 seconds ago. Nina Cocos, thank you for the follow. I don't know, whenever. All right, I'm gonna tentatively say maybe, because I like to be a little tease. Let me pull up this. Hopefully this doesn't have your face in it or whatever. Okay. Whoa. What is this folder layout? I'm so confused. Why can't I see it in my timeline? Am I stupid? Do you see my, I guess you don't see my time. Oh no, you do see my timeline. Why is there nothing on the timeline? So weird. They aren't animation folders. I made it before I knew how to use, okay. I see. So, by the way, is this on ones? I'm looking at your GIF now. Don't tell me, actually. Yes, it is on ones. I'm using my discerning animator eye, and it looks like it's on ones. Am I right? Am I goated at my job, or what? Yes, it's on ones. Okay, I'll put it on twos. It's half the work. It feels less, There's better texture, I find, with twos. Like, my head spin or whatever... like the little head spin animation I did, that was all on twos. And it just feels... I don't know how to explain it. It just feels better to me. Ones sometimes feels like overly smooth. And I guess if it's a background, using ones is a good thing because then you don't get nauseous as it zips by. But I feel like with character-focused stuff, I tend to put things on twos just because I feel like it's a bit better. And it's like half the work. So, let's just do... say there's a disc like here-ish. Let's take your boy. I'm trying to think of like a design here. I mean, it's your design, so I'll try and emulate that. I just want to block them out, you know? Kind of looks like a duck. A pillowcase is a pretty easy analog if you want. Oh, for the skull. Okay, it looks like the head's like angled down. The back here. I'm gonna give him a little bit more of a cervical spine curve. I'm just gonna test it out. Well, yeah, I think the thickness works. I don't really like the skull head, the shape I did here. Rain away. I'm gonna do tiny little spikes here, bigger. Bigger, changing the curve on them as I go. I continue learning. Here I go. It's so sick to see someone draw this little guy. I think he's really fun. He does look pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. I think mine's a little fat, but... I give him the Giga Chad jaw. Bye-bye! He's not giving the middle finger, he's doing the bye-bye. Anyways, we're not doing that. Like, I think even if you did like a disc that was just a little bit more visible, obviously your pose is like different. I'm just sort of trying to get comfortable with the shape here. I don't know what I mean, a record is just a circle or whatever. When the reason is you. I put his hands forward just because I like the idea of them like just like on his belly. Instead of just like neutrally chilling. And the reason is you. I do want to orbit the outer edge. Okay, then the pivot point would be like roughly by his tail. Like, I would literally just put, like, the central axis, like, where he's pivoting from, here. So as you're tracking everything, you know, like, if you're tracking, like, let's say his arm is, on this frame, is this far from that central pivot. Okay? When it gets to the opposite side, when it's mirrored, it's just going to be the exact same distance. And then what's going to happen, what I would say, if you want to track this, pick a point, okay? And you're going to want to do this for most of the forms. Pick a point that's the farthest point out. And all you have to do is track this blue line here. So as he rotates, this blue line is going to shrink. Okay? As it comes forward, it's basically going to go down to nothing. So between these frames, it's going to shrink, shrink, shrink. And then it's going to start growing, growing, growing. And that's sort of... And you're just making sure... So long as that grows on like an arc, it's going to feel like he's rotating. You know? So you can literally draw... like a sphere, and then just anchor all of the different features of the body to a point on the sphere, and then that's how you would track his positioning on a rotating disc. That's what I would say. Obviously, I think that's kind of what you did. Looking at your other one, you seem like you did it technically, like it's technically well executed. I think the anchor point is just kind of in his asshole instead of, you know, on the tail. Don't know why around and say goodbye. Taking notes. His tail's kind of long. I go, where's in the rain? Follow me, everything is alright. I wanna tuck you in at night. Honestly, guarantee you won't find nobody else like me. I'm gonna make him a little chubbier. Just trying it out. Bad. I'm only just starting to get more into animation myself, and it's been the hardest thing to wrap my brain around with how graphic my style tends to be. It will radically change the way you think in three-dimensional space. It's like it's the craziest test of like spatial awareness. Animation is especially if you're not using like reference or 3D models or whatever, crazy next level training exercise. Probably one of the best you could do. I'm trying to think. Let's push his legs forward. Just because I feel right now it's too central, too symmetrical. I'm going to push it forward. And then that way it makes sense in perspective with this other foot too. I'm going to do a little bit of a lopsided shape to it. So something like this. Instead of doing something like this, I think if I have one side like short from the axis and the other side long, it's a more interesting form. To me, it's a more interesting form. So that's a little stylistic tweak I'm trying to apply, but hey handsome. What up, Grizzcock? How you doing, big dog? How's life, homie? And so right now I didn't capture that very well, but everything is alright. He looks like he ate too much. Anywho, I'm a lurk now. Do your thing, Netherin. Do your thing. You won't find nobody else like me. Chillin', doing art as usual. Hell yeah, dude. We're kind of doing animation right now. I got suckered in to doing some animation by a chatter. You won't find nobody else like me. And everything is alright. What about if we give him like a lumpy tail? How would that feel? I don't like that. I'm just trying to do little tweaks here, tiny little things. I'm taking notes on all the design aspects you're choosing. I'm in the middle of restyling them because the boxy shape is easy, but it doesn't look great when used in 3D space. You know who I really think this would be a really good reference? There's a dude on Instagram. The hell's his name? I think it's Mikashi. I fucking love his stuff. It's very graphic-y. Is that what it is? Some Japanese dude. Let me see. He's in my. I follow him. I only follow like 130 people, so he can't be that hard to find. Let's see. He posts all the time, so he should pop up pretty soon. Where is this friggin' guy? Is it him? Nope. I do love that artist though. Leave me back to you. Satoshi Matsuura. That's it. This guy. He does really cool graphic-y stuff, that I think would work really well with your style in particular, or the design of this guy. You know, if you took some inspo from the way he does some of his creatures, because they have those really like pushed forms that it feels like you're aiming for a little bit. If you scroll down, he's got a lot of like newer stuff or whatever, but his sketches are really, really nice, and they're very organic feeling. They're also heavy on the inks, like the dark black inks, which I think is something that you tend to do. I'm just looking to see how he would do a crocodile. He does this like S-curve thing with necks a lot, I noticed. So he'll do like a head, and then it'll come out like this, and then come back in, like the letter S. That's a backwards S. This is what an S looks like, but you know, you get it. Yeah, like he seems to do lizard heads as like a single solid block almost, and it's very smooth. And then the nose bump, something like that. He does a lot more of a pointy mouth. I'm kind of like boxing him out a bit, but let's see. And he does like the big eyes, but he also does just like a slit for the eyeball. I'm not saying you have to do that. These are just sort of like ideas. I do kind of like that, but with the eye back where you had it. Like he still has that sort of spacey brain type of dude. How you been? Sorry I ignored you, Grizzly. I'm good, dog. I'm good. I don't know if I really like that shape. Maybe more. The boy. It's okay, I'm used to being ignored. Kind of my king. Oh yeah? You give me PTSD right now. Okay, I think if we're going crocodile, we could bring this down a bit. Maybe something like that. Just kind of. It looks like a cock, actually, a little bit, but... This whole account is going to be a great reference going forward. I figured, because he loves to do reptilian creatures, and he has like a very inky, graphic-y style that it feels like you kind of intuitively gravitate towards in your work, you know? So I could see this guy just being like a really good inspo. Crocowilly, exactly. I'm doing so many dragons today, bro. Or crocodiles, reptiles. I feel like I never do reptiles normally. Only gray clouds of my window. Even if I could, it'll all be great. Picture on my wall. It reminds me that it's not so bad. I should probably do this. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring this over to my other canvas, and we're just going to do a bunch of different iterations, because I feel like drawing on an animation layer and doing exploration on an animation layer is kind of a giant pain in the dick. So let me... What fucking layer was that? There we go. Call me, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Dragon touch. You started the reptile train? Kind of. How opposed are you to this guy being fat as fuck? I'm just wondering if I could experiment with shapes here. Not at all. don't know how I feel about that. I kind of give him the goofy hat. I'm searching through and through. And all I see is you. Even if my house comes down. Bring her girl near me. Needs a double chin? You're so right, dude. Of my life. I'm just pushing these forms a little bit more on the mouth there. Just to get a little bit more form variety. That's all. Thank you. Fat Kirby as a contender. No one can ever replace Fat Kirby. You know how Twitch streamers have this, like, redeem? Where if you watch them long enough, you can, like, redeem artwork from them? I'm just gonna make every Twitch streamer that I watch draw Fat Kirby for me. That's gonna be my thing. I'm gonna have a little folder of Fat Kirbys. I don't know if I really like him with the double chin. Crocs kind of do have, like, that big throat. You know, the throat goat Crocs. Your PK sprite your PK stream sprite should be Fat Kirby. It will be. Oh wait, stream sprite? Oh, you mean like does he have like sprites? Mentioning what is option not to be those pretentious things. I'm gonna space out the spikes a little bit, maybe? I don't know. I'm just kind of experimenting right now. Maybe round out the head. I'm gonna make you move because you're standing still. I really don't like the eye here. I'm gonna keep it sort of in line with what you did. I'm not very good at doing like this eye shape. Everything I do is like hyper realistic, so if it were me, he'd just have like a normal guy eye. Well, hyper realistic. Semi-realistic is what I meant. Imagining a darkly place when you place on my face. I feel like, okay, another thing I guess is, here, I gotta sit down. Another thing I guess is, what's the emotion you want this guy to convey? I assume he's like your mascot, right? He's like your main guy. Is the idea, is he supposed to be goofy? Is he supposed to be, I mean, he seems like he's supposed to be a little goofy, you know? So I feel like we could really push some softer forms, which you seem to have a lot of in your design. He seems like he's still Crocodile, so we want to show a little bit of edge. I'm just curious sort of what the emotion this dude should convey. Normally a little tired and disgruntled, but also, yeah, he's like a little jester. Okay. My way to you. I'm not a character designer, I guess. Well, that's a... I say that, but that's all I do all the time, so... I'm just trying to think. He's kind of like profile here. Really don't know what to do with the eyes. Weird thing to say as I've watched you design multiple characters now. I've never worked as a character designer in a professional pipeline. When I was in studio, I was a character animator, so this... I don't know, like, the theory the same way I do with, like, animation and, like, the do's and don'ts, other than in my own work. I kind of like that. You can make that like boil or something. That would be interesting. I don't know if I'm feeling the hat right now. We'll square him out. See, no, he looks like a different animal now. Now he looks like a seal a bit. Me when I lie. I would never lie to you, Grizzcock. Let me look up Mikashi's work. Oh no. How would he do a creature? Ooh. Let me pull up some of his freaking lizard designs, because they're sick as fuck. Hang a while and you'll see a different side of me. I'm not crazy, I'm just a little I know right now you don't care. Let's do and how I used to be. Into myself, right. Oh, no boy, no. I'm starting to see patterns, okay? He does a lot of S-curve gestures in his organic creatures. And all creatures are organic, but you get what I'm saying. Well, it's robot sort of thing. He does these like bold S-curves. Like you can see the same shape in this guy that you can in this guy. He's just changed the proportions on the head. But it's still the same gesture. Like that goes like this, so that's the major axis. Basically runs through like this. Actually, it's a very complex gesture, but it's the same thing. Same thing there. Now, I suspect if I flip this like this, it's gonna be very similar. Kind of. Not quite. Kind of, though. So he seems to really like this sort of like S shape in a lot of his creatures. I'm gonna pull up a few more as I analyze him. He does have an alligator right under the jellyfish. How high or low is it? He's got a lot of creatures here. You know, oh, I see. Yeah. A little bit there. I know right now. Now, for an animation, this would torment me. Okay, doing something with this much detail on it, animated, fucking just kill me. I would not want to do that. There's so much to track. You know? But the idea is the gestures all sort of have this S form to them. So if I'm gonna fuse these all into one layer now. And then where's your boy? I'm just gonna straight up scrap him. And then I'm gonna just start off with an S curve. I'm gonna you know what? I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna do oh, that seems like a really fucking crazy curve to follow. So I'm gonna do something like that. We got a little gesture here. And now I'm going to use this, and I'm gonna try and not deviate from this curve. This is a little, I never really draw like this. But fuck it. And I'm gonna keep his weird shapes in mind here as I go. I'm looking at the shape variety here, so he's got like a big bump on this guy, flat, and it's relatively flat. So the apex is on the nose. Is the apex on the nose on these guys? No, the apex is at the back of the skull here. Apex is on the eyes. How does he divvy it up now? So this quadrant here, if I just divide the head into like thirds, let's say. This is a big third. Small, medium, large forms, roughly. Okay, let's divvy this up into thirds. Small, medium, large. He does a gradual progression of small, medium, and large. Small, medium, large. It's the same thing. Like, all the forms do the same pattern. So I'm gonna try and guarantee. I'm gonna guarantee that my thing has that sort of pattern in it: small, medium, large. Small, medium, large. Okay. So let me go back to my thing here. We're gonna do. I'm just gonna do 1, 2, 3. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then we're gonna do. I don't know. We'll do. Where do we want to make the apex? We can do anywhere. It seems to work anywhere when he does it. So I'm gonna just make the apex on the base of the back of the skull. Makes the most sense just because of the gesture we have. And then this is gonna be very big. This, I don't know if I really like this as a starting point, but... Push the apex more, maybe? I'm experimenting, guys. I really have no idea what I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of fucking around. His mouths. I see a lot of shapes like this. I see a lot of shapes like this. This one's just like a simple C-curve. This one's also kind of like a simple C-curve. I feel like I'm getting like more dodo bird vibes with this design. But I'm gonna thin out the mouth. How does he do eyes? We're basically doing like a study right now. Kind of. Okay, so I'm gonna make the eyes. I feel like making the eyes long is gonna read more crocodilian to me. Also, you have big eyes on your guy, so it doesn't feel like super cartoony though. Where do I put the feet? I don't know. I don't know if I like this too much, but I'm gonna move the feet forward. I don't think those feet work with the shape language very well. Too chunky. Try and tweak this a little bit. Feels more snake-like to me now, which is not really what I want. Chunky. Dude, I gotta turn on my AC. I'm fucking sweating right now. For some reason I can't explain. That's right. Viva la vida. How you doing, Trin? W song. I'm on my early 90s or early 2000s low energy mix right now, I think. medium energy, let's say. And right now we're trying to help Cut Marrow design a character. This is his boy. I gotta find like a good representation of his boy here, because that's an action shot. This is his boy, and we're redesigning it a little bit. So I'm pulling up some reference. I had a bunch of the fuck is this guy's name again? Satoshi Matsura. And we're doing some studies, seeing how he does his shit, and we're gonna mimic that. How was your stream, dude? Hog, I'm gonna go on a walk with you in my ears soon. Don't get hit by a car. You know the deal. My son, perhaps? That must have been a really painful son to push out. Where'd he come out of? You're a guy. Presumably. I didn't mean to assume, but... Call my name. He kind of looks like he's turning into a Pokemon. I feel like this gesture doesn't work very well. Just think of the insurance payout. You're insured. You're insured for getting smoked by cars. I guess the driver's insurance. Fat neck chud. It's not nice. I'm trying to lose weight. I think I need to make him a little chunkier, actually. Ugh. Snack can't draw dragons because he's only good at furries? I'm actually terrible at furries. I don't want to go like too stylistically like Mikashi. I kind of want to keep it in the realm of something I would draw or something you would draw. It's a really tough thing to balance though. I also don't want to overcomplicate it because it is the thing you want to animate. And I just don't want to make you live in hell trying to animate this shit. Our style's pretty similar, you just use more lines? Okay, hell yeah. I still do kind of like the Goofy style hat. Oh, I do not like that. I just can't do round eyes, bro. I don't know what it is. I'm just not very good at doing like perfectly circular eyes. I've just done too many fucking weird, like Naruto-esque eyeballs in my life. These forms are a little too similar for me. I don't like it. I don't like that either. So much I don't like. The oval eyes really work with the boxy, super minimal shape, so it makes sense you're drawn to changing it. I just kind of don't know what to do with the eyes, you know? I want him to feel like Goofy, but I also want him to feel like a lizard. It's not terrible. I do feel like it's still very, whatever the fuck this guy's name is. I always forget. I'm terrible with foreign names, dude. I swear to God I'm not racist, chat. Ugh. Ugh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ugh, ugh, ugh. I don't think my forms are pushed enough here. I also feel like maybe this brush isn't the brush I should be using for this. Let me switch to a little bit more of an inky... Oh. Bruh! Okay. Hey yo, back shots on my Christian stream? It's true, she is kind of taking it from this lizard. It's a thing a lot of people are into, apparently. You know, the shit I learned from being on Twitch, dude, is like the same shit I learned from being in art school. I didn't know what a furry was until I went to art school. And now I know so many furries. They don't really prepare you for the type of freak you encounter, like, in the art community. If you're offended, chat, it's just because you're one of them, dude. It's just because you're one of them. And it's okay. I want you in here. Furries all over art school. For real. I only know one furry. Yeah? Did he bang your mom? And he's Canadian? Oh yeah, he banged your mom. It's like too evil looking. Every creature I draw is very evil looking. Let me see. I have a canvas where I drew a creature a long time ago. I'm gonna go to that canvas and just sort of steal from my own shape language. Just because I feel like... this is like the only non-human character I've done in like forever. It was... this like fish guy thing. This guy. This guy was like the only... he looks so mischievous. Okay. My form is also very just like straight up. This is not working for me. At least my request is close to the fish then, at least. Yeah, I do really like this guy. I like the sort of big-ass fish lips I gave him. It's so sick. With the fish hook ear, bro, I cooked. Except for this character, I fucking hate this character. That's why there's a big X there, because I meant to delete it, and I just never... I just kind of moved on from this canvas. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Gormit, actually? What the hell's a Gormit? Oh, Grommet. Or did you mean to say Gormit? I've thought about drawing myself a bear Sona. I expect him to have big jiggly Bara titties, dude. I will not accept anything else. What the fuck was it? Oh yeah, I'm drawing a creature guy. Okay. It's way too furry coated what I'm doing right now. This is gonna be a whole lot of stream of me not knowing what the fuck I'm doing, okay? So, I hope you weren't expecting magic today, because it ain't happening. I gotta get rid of this cat girl, dude. She's like in my shit right now. What layer did I draw this chick on? Okay, well she's in this folder, that's for sure. This folder seems to have fucking everything in it though, so... Not that layer. Okay, she's not in this folder. Where the fuck is she? There? No. There? No. Okay, we're just gonna select the layer. Ah. Clip Studio folders are a blessing and a curse for this exact reason. I'm just, at this point, I'm just locking in on whatever layer I'm on. I'm just picking it, you know? Well, I have big jiggly Bara titties, so it has to be accurate. Pics? Pics, please. Actually, just kidding. You might actually do it. If you need to send me anything, dude, my handle on Discord is Trinity Violet, so send it there. I'll post them in general chat, sure. Okay. It looks like a bird. Trinity who? Hey, what up, dude? How you doing, Crip? It do have slight bird vibes. It's because he's like beaked up right now, you know? I'm going back to like Marrow's original shape language. Dodo, kind of, a little bit. I feel like I gotta give him more sharpy teeth, you know, so he feels more like a gator, a gay, or. Ooh, shit, 3 doors down. Don't mind if I do. He does have like that dodo kind of look to him. Yeah, I don't hate that head shape. I think if he's a gator, he's probably gonna have like the like, yeah, literally. The dark side of the moon. There's nothing I can do. Yeah. Sun on the moon. The gullet. I always forget about the gullet. Yeah, they have like that big, the big like gullet thing. Is that what it's called? The thing that like bellows. And I feel like I should probably actually just look at fucking crocodiles. Crocodile. Oh man. Okay, they're very lumpy in the middle. Holding my hand. Think the night. Vroom, 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 vroom. Let you down. Their heads are kind of like, they got little pea brains, you know? So I feel like I gotta make the head smaller. And give them a little bit of like a cock-shaped neck. You be there holding my hand. My kryptonite. Their tails are pretty big. They're basically just like one large mass here in the middle. And their tails do kind of just trail off from there. From the big ass bellies. My superhuman. Kryptonite. Yeah. Crazy, you still call me Superman. If I'm alive, you'll be there holding my hand. I want to clean up this line here, just because I feel like you're animating it, having all these little segments to track, where this goes in this direction and that curves back. That it's just like just not fun. But I also don't know how to make it just like smooth. It's very fat now. You could just cover it with boobs? You're so right. I'll give him a bra here. You just look like a beach ball with alligator features. Lovely mid-size, nothing too crazy. That's right. He could be like one of those pear-shaped girlies, you know? Petite. I sent reference in general chat. I'm so terrified, dude. Okay. I see nothing there, so I feel safe. Anyways, no boobies on this crocodile. Joke's done now. I wouldn't even know how to do that. I do kind of like the long mouth as an idea. Wild that you checked. I didn't know you wanted to see so bad. I'm struggling here, dude. I need any piece of reference I can get. You were hyping up your big round man titties earlier, so... Long mouth is better for biting, among other things, yeah. We're gonna turn him into a hear me out. Not a world I don't want. Bobo, what the fuck did you just link? Do I want to click on that? Okay. I did want to click on that. It's very good. I do like the Chungusy look, though. I do think what we could do is we could lower his, like, his gut here, so it's almost like a beer belly. Because I feel like he's like, he's just like a normal, he's a chill dude, you know? I'm looking at the shape of the legs here. It looks like it's basically like two sort of like meaty chunks. And then just a bunch of toes. 3 toes. 4 toes? Something like that. Let himself go during the holidays? True. He's relatable, you know? Perfect for branding. I'm gonna make them smaller though, these little chunky bits. And then what we can do is we can have this knee just sort of like protrude out a bit. It might be, I don't know if it would work in perspective, because I think in perspective his knee would be kind of covered up and then you just sort of see the toes. Fuck it, we'll do that. We'll just keep it in perspective. That works better. Too many hams for Christmas? Exactly. Doritos. My bad, it was an alligator that has the smoother snout, where the crocodile indeed is the one with the sharper vision. Or version. That's how you can tell them apart. I think if I get to the point where I have to tell an alligator apart from a crocodile, it's over for me. I don't know if I'll ever need that knowledge. I think what I could do is, because we have a nice curve going up here, I wonder if I bring the hat forward and almost like tilt it forward, if it'll, like, we could get like a little gesture continuation here at the top. I do kind of like that a little bit. I don't like the design, but I like the idea. I still think this is going to be a giant pain in the ass to track if you're animating it, but... This would not be smooth like that, or this would not connect, it would just sort of... That just means I have to get good or pay someone a lot of money. Or just be really, really, really friendly, and maybe somebody will be suckered enough to do it for very little, half done, and then you can figure out the rest. Just kidding. Or am I? Okay, let me see. I do like the idea of giving him, like, scales. Because you kind of had that. Tracking these, oh my god, dude, this would be such a giant pain in the ass. Whoopsies, did not mean to choose that. I feel like I could do something more interesting with these lines. I do kind of like the way he does it. He doesn't actually connect them. He swipes from this side, and then it fades out. I don't have any opacity on this brush, so I can't really do that, but I can certainly do something similar. I still think a little bit more of an interesting form here could work. He's so fat. The stomach ridges are a nightmare to keep consistent. Yeah. I think a lot of this is going to be a nightmare. No. Outrun my gun. He's a very pudgy creature by design. Actually, let me look at your boy again. The kids with the pumped up kicks, you better run, run the gun. Yeah, the kids with the run, faster than my bullet. Let's go. Now, where would his arms be, you know? I imagine throwing him against the wall and he'd splat. Pancake? Yeah, kind of. The pumped up kicks, you better run, man, run. Outrun my gun. Run my bullets. Sent another reference, probably the best one. The little Peeky Poo. I thought that was his dick for a second. Okay, not his dick. On the other hand, with the bumped up kicks, you better run. That's run my gun. Run, better run, faster than my bullet. With the bumped up kicks, you better run, That kicks you better. The legs are kind of a weird shape. Just a perfectly circular orange dick on a perfectly white alligator? That's what they all look like, right? I hate that there's like a red dot here. Okay, there we go. Get rid of that. I don't really like the leg shape. Oh fuck, what layer am I drawing on right now? Up and stand. And stand. You see what I see. I'm a big fan of what you're doing here. You can have it, bro. I don't know if I like this stud up here. I'm gonna give him like butt plug shaped scales and see if that works. I don't think it's gonna work. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think sleek is better. I just don't like that how like it tangents on the hat there. It's not really a tangent. I just don't like the position of it. Stop and stand. I don't like that. Try to think of the positioning of the feet here. In perspective, I think they'd be like a little bit down there. The beanie is gently placed on his head like is very goofy. Yeah, I figured the forward tilting beanie would work well. Okay, I'm not doing this one. No nipple back right now. I don't know if I really want to do this particular play. I was really kind of hoping it would give me some Goo Goo Dolls or some shit like that, you know, some Bare Naked Ladies, some Lifehouse perhaps. Lifehouse. Let me. Look at this graph. I feel like the feet need to be cleaner. So much. And simpler. I feel like that might be too simple. He just kind of looks like really overweight. Bare naked ladies? They're all men, by the way. Which I think piques your interest more, to be quite honest, but... And they're Canadian. Keep my eyes off of you. Fantastic band. You ever seen Digimon? The movie? If you're truly my age, like you say you are, you would know what I'm talking about. He's not a healthy animal. Doesn't have to be. I've seen Digimon. You ever heard the song 1 Week? It's in the Digimon movie. It fucking rules. I'm gonna add it to the queue. It's next up in the queue. I think I'm gonna disable Songify today. Well, I have trauma for previous stream requests. Beautiful. I think she does. Is that his ass look too fat here? I think. Anywho, I'm a dip now. Bye. See ya. Peace out, big dog. I appreciate you popping in. No, I'm not. I don't know why I prompted my freaking phone to do something there. I had to disable, like, I'd never use, like, the voice function on my phone. But then I feel like one day I'm gonna slip and smash my head, and the only thing I'll be able to do is talk, and I won't be able to access my phone. And I'll want that. So maybe I should keep it on. Again, this is just like a really hard design to animate. I could do it. It would just fucking suck. And if what my sparks gotta take a break from drawing now. My back hurts. Yeah, don't destroy yourself, dude. Ooh, look at me. And I'm angry. It's just a living room. Okay, I'm sorry. For reference, he's like 10 centimeters tall. Okay. Chuen, how you doing? Since you looked at me. I don't like that. Doing good. The design won't ever reflect that, but I draw in relation to other things. He'll be accurate size. Gotcha. I don't know if I would actually see the other eye here. Might just be easier to. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that. It's too flush. And the Chinese chicken. So. What if I did like uneven? It kind of works. Maybe it doesn't. I don't want him to look like Feraligatr. But I feel like my like visual library is just like channeling Feraligatr right now. I really should not look at an image of Feraligatr. Okay, it's not that close actually. We're sorry. We're sorry. There you go. This is a fat gator, dude. Can we make his little what's this called again? His his gutter or whatever? Oh. Expecting. Don't be wrong. That's too fat. That's too fat. I can't have like the big floppy belly there. I want him to look like he's compact, you know, just a little waddly. It'll be alright. You want to end your life. Yeah, we try to stay. What color is he? I guess you haven't really colored him ever, but white? Oh, okay. We're gonna go off-white. We're gonna go bluish off-white. I wanna get stared. Left alone. Yeah, I'm not. I really should not be painting him. I'm kind of vibing. Whatever. We're gonna leave it at that. Alright, you say, and you're just staying. I need to streamline his forms here a little bit. Yeah. I still don't really like the leg. You want to end your life. And then just stay too late. I don't like that. I don't know, dude. There's a lot of elements on this that just are not working for me in terms of appeal. The feet being one of them. The gut area also being another one. Okay, whatever. We could just we'll just do another version instead of trying to fuck with this one. Let's go more gatory. Ooh, fuck yeah, dude. Wish I was past. I'm gonna feel like forever. Inside your head. It's just like a straight up gator. This is not very cartoony. I don't know how much time has passed. It feels like forever. The eye on him looks slutty. Give him some eyeliner. What a diva. I'm actually just drawing a gator now. Sorry, dude. My ADHD at work. The stars, stars, they rise. So terrible at drawing creatures, bro. You've done way more than I thought. I'll put them on a disc at least. You know, I can do that. Why am I doing this the hard way, bro? I could just use the ellipse tool. Let's do a perfect circle. I'm a digital artist. You want them on the outside, so it'd be something like this, I guess. It's me. I fall away. Oops. This is all in that layer, huh? It's not good. Sorry. Whoa. His arms are not, though. Fuck. Digital art tools are a lifesaver. Yeah, they kind of are. I don't utilize them much. I treat like for whatever reason I treat digital art like it's fucking trad art. Also, can't get over that I did this on this layer. Oops. To be so. Summer on the way. Oh. I don't know, dude. I'm gonna be honest. I'm running out of ideas. I'm not a big lizard guy. Since yeah, too much. Just remind me that the past is real. Anyways, you can have this. It's all yours to do with what you please. To just go home. Just don't you fix yourself. Same. Tear my heart open. Myself shut. It'll definitely get changed, but I'll be sure to tell everyone I came up with it all on my own. You go for it, dog. Just tell people your cat's name. I'm gonna make a that way I'll make an alt account of you. I'll call it Uncut Marrow, and then we'll beef on the internet. We can start a little drama. Stars remind us that the past is real. I do feel like I want this to feel a little floppier. It doesn't feel like it sits on the mass very well. That's too much value now. What if I had the eyeball bulge a little bit? It definitely looks a little bit more duck-like. Can we mix it up? At least I can say I tried. On my own life, my heart open, myself shut. My weakness is too much. He's got like the foreskin eyeballs, dude. I don't know. I kind of like that, but I kind of don't too. Maybe no foreskin eyeballs. My buddies all draw their characters like they all have like foreskin eyeballs. I think it's just like the Western cartoon look. It's not really my thing, but enough with the frickin' Nickelback, dude. I do like the scales being a little spaced out. I feel like it makes him like just feel like derpier. Like he's like a balding reptile. And then the tail will just make it bigger. Or maybe not. I'm not your here so far away. I wasn't ready. You can set up a whole ass tennis court between his ears. Does he have ears? Did I miss ears? Oh no. I do think this eyeball needs to bulge more though. It just doesn't feel right. It'd be cool if the tail keeps growing with age. She's just got like a massive tail that just keeps going and going and going. That would be hard to animate. Literally no end. I feel like I could give him a more derpy expression on his like with his like beak thing here. Like more like empty-headed. By the way, Mero, if you do want to use this, you can. I really don't care. I'm a terrible businessman, mostly because I'm lazy. I don't like that. Do I like that versus the... No, that one's definitely derpier. Can we make it derpier by like bringing it up even more? That versus that. Oh yeah, I think I prefer this one. Yeah. I'll definitely be taking some design elements, but my personal preference are a little more square, so it'll go through some changes. Yeah, no worries, dude. No worries. Hopefully I could help. You know, you're here all the time. It's the least I could do. Fucking square him off a little bit. Rising Gates. Why does it keep giving me Nickelback? Stop giving me Nickelback. I gotta change this fucking playlist. What's in the queue right now? What do we got? Holy fuck, a lot of Nickelback, dog. These four walls. What do I want to listen to? Creed? No. Avril Lavigne? No. Oh, I'm praying for you. Mama told me what it's like. It's me wrong, right. I'm listening to Drops of Jupiter again, chat. I gotta do it to me, you know? I gotta do it to me. I deserve it. What's next on the docket for today? Not a whole lot, dude. Today's just gonna be a little chill stream. I was gonna continue this chick. I really don't actually like her very much, so I may just ADHD draw some random faces. Because that's what I do when I don't know what to do, so. Let's do an angry face. I feel like I don't do a lot of angry faces. Oh man, across the sun. I get it. When the ADHD takes me, I'll do 85 different things in an hour. Drawing faces is just like my comfort thing. It's my bread and butter. It's what I'm good at. I know that sounds very egotistical, but it is. It's like the thing I'm the strongest at, line art faces. And so I just like doing it. It brings me peace, you know? Tell me. I love this song. I've been listening to this song so fucking much lately. Running away through the constellation. So what she does to bone. She's back in my atmosphere. Train just fucking rules, dude. Tell me, off your feet. I got the chance to dance along the ladder day. I'm not a fan of Hey Soul Sister, though, I will say. I think I've just heard it too much. And then you wish me well, yourself out there. Shame? I mean, I can put it on. I can put it on if you guys want it. Chicken. If you up your feet, and then we got the dance to dance along the light of day, and back to the Milky Way. Lights are fading. Lift me while you. No, 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 no. I don't like that. I always do this stupid generic face. Let me do something I don't do normally. Let me do a facial expression. Somebody give me a facial expression. Any facial expression. I'll try and do it at this weird top-down angle shit. Yeah, I'm gonna need a Peeb drawing. Peeb is just like neutral face all the time. Serving plat. Disgust. Okay. Um. What does disgust look? I'm doing it in my face right now. Okay, my nose flares, my upper lip curls, my lip tightens. Okay, I'm just gonna scribble. Hey, soul sister, hey, now, Mister, on the radio. Okay, something like that, maybe. Who suggested this? I was in the groove and the song took me right out of it. I don't know. He was grooving to Train and hated when the next Train song came on. It's fucked up, dude. I can't believe we did that to him. My untrimmed chest, dude. He's like me for real. Okay. I think it's more of like an angry. It's definitely more of like an angry face. So, sister. Train stays on in the sack. I did queue up another Train song after. Does this guy look disgusted? So, sister. I think I could push it more. Let me just take my liquefy tool and fuck with it. I think actually I need to push the bottom face, scrunch it up and push it out more. Uh, uh, uh. I just don't like his design. Let me see what I can do here. Right. I don't really want his brow to be like that. That like bone headed at the front. You know, like the like this thing that like a lot of Japanese grunts have in like anime, like Samurai Champloo and shit. I don't really want to do that. I raise my desk a bit. My arms keep hitting it, like my chair arms. And then because the head is sort of all turning in this direction, kind of want to help that with the mouth. He kind of just looks more angry now, but kind of has like a Popeye thing going on. Up to you, only there for you. Still just reads more like anger to me. I think the eyes need to be more neutral. I'm trying to think. Brows furrowing, lip flaring. Both lips need to flare, I think, or both halves of the lip. I don't like the shapes. Still anger. It's a very subtle difference between like anger and disgust. I think disgust has like more of a like a pushed in facial expression. Like you're almost recoiling from something. So I think the nose and things coming out doesn't work as well. I'm still again I'm vibing here, but disgust feels more like a recoil, yeah. Like I feel like his features would be sort of pushed more. I think he'd be looking forward because he'd be looking at the thing he's moving away from. Something unpredictable. And what we'll do is we'll straighten his neck. Um, hmm. I'm just thinking out loud right now. Still looks very, very angry, which is not really what I want. Can you put on Stacy's mom after this? Yeah, I mean, you could cue it up too. I don't think my thing's actually off. I said it was off, but I lied. So, whatever. I'll cue it up. I just don't want to listen to Sonic right now. That's it, really. I'm gonna push this cheekbone up. Gonna go. It's kind of like disgust. Chin could be bigger. Hairstyle, I don't know. Maybe like a. I'm gonna push the chin in more, actually. Stacy's mom. Jaw's a little wide. Hair's kind of defying gravity here. Let's. We're gonna make him an orc. He just kind of gives me like orc vibes, you know? What's got it going on? I'm gonna widen his chin, make him a little bit more masculine. Don't want to do that? No, that's fine. It's fine. He's fine. A little Twinkie orc. I feel like that's not a very orky haircut, though. Get the Sasuke thing going on back here. Orcs wouldn't do that. And if he is an orc, maybe we do give him the little bony front forehead thing. Beautiful lady orc. Okay, next head expression. What do we got? Who's got what? Somebody new. So who did the last one? Disgust. It was cut. Uncut only. Crying. Fuck, dude, they're really pushing me with these. All right. Okay. I could have said busting. Thank you. Thank you. You're so kind, dude, for sparing me. Okay, crying. Okay. I can push that more. I want all the features of the face to feel real pushed down and like droopy, you know? A little oval head, maybe? I don't know. Just too much erasing. Crying is like, I'm trying to think. I don't think you'd be open. Would you be open eye? Hmm. Oops, that's not my brush. I think it needs to be pushed even more, and I think mouth open works better. Hmm. Let me look up some reference. This one's a hard one to freestyle. Okay, we got babies. Oh, fuck, this is like very sad. Okay, let's do. There's like a subtle. There's a lot of subtleties in like a crying face, especially with the lower lid of the eye. I feel like the top one's a little bit more neutral, but does not look like anyone crying. Okay. So I'm gonna wrap up at the 3 hour mark today, just as a heads up. Classic Friday stream for me, and then we'll be back tomorrow. No, I don't think you will. Oh, I will. Well, that sounds like a threat. Do you know something I don't? 24-hour stream starting now until 7 p.m. right after my workday. The chin sort of like sniffles up, or like shrivels up when you cry. Okay, we're raw dogging. I looked at a little bit of reference, but now I'm freestyling again. you. This head is so long. Very small, too. Don't break even. Always you. I need a little bit of asymmetry here. I think it's just gonna sell the like ugly cry. And then we're gonna flare this nostril, elevate it a little more, just to sort of push that asymmetry a little bit. It looks like they're gonna sneeze actually. How do I? I thought it was cooking. Yeesh! Thank you for the follow. Welcome in, big dog. I do kind of like the more shocked face. I don't know where this guy's looking. There's always you. He just looks scared. This does not feel like he's crying. I gotta tighten the eyes a little bit. He's doing like one of those like Renaissance faces now. I gotta think. I gotta think. Crying, 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 crying. I think this needs to be pushed more down. Like almost flush. Just like that's more like concern right now. Concern's not the look I'm going for. Concern. I think the lips would be a little closer together, maybe. Slope them more. No, that's a boring eye. Chat, I really don't know how to do fucking crying from imagination. Let me look at more reference. Crying is a like okay. There's different versions of crying. There's like neutral. There's like the one where you're frowning. I don't want them pantomiming. A lot of these like generic faces are like pantomiming. This one feels good. Feels more authentic, I guess. Scrunched mouth. This lady's gonna be my reference. I'm so hungry, dude. Hmm. It's like tired. Smug. Mm-hmm. Coming from, I don't wanna be anything other than. I have no idea. I have no idea, chat. This is a really tough emotion. just using like pouty. It's not quite as intense. Isn't it tired? I thought it was crying. Yeah, this is more tired. That's what I'm saying. I'm struggling, dude. I'm trying. I'm just fucking up. Let me think. It's just like I have this reference here. Where the hell is she? Where's my reference? Where the hell's the reference? I don't know. I had a reference. I'm just gonna start again. Let's see. Sad brows, sad eyes. Trin basically gloating in your face and mocking you. What's new? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, yeah, I fucked it up. It did look a lot more tired than crying. Crying's a really tough expression to do, you know? This also just kind of looks like tired. I think it needs more like constriction in like the brows and forehead region. I don't know. Okay, push the brows more. I'm gonna keep that there just so I have like a reference. Push the eyes more. I feel like the eyes would be more like I have no fucking clue, dude. They're definitely like smaller. The top lid's compressed. The muscles under the lower lid are like also tensed. Thank God I only have 15 more minutes of this shit. Bro cannot wait to end his fun drawing stream. That's very true. It's like snarl territory. Too compressed. I feel like these faces are very similar. What am I doing wrong? Anybody got any ideas? Is it the angle on the eyelid? Do I gotta give them the negative canthal tilt? Whoops, that's not liquefy. If I knew how to draw, I'd tell you, but I have no clue. Train. Any ideas? I don't know. When I cry, my mouth opens a little bit more. Like more. Like almost like a scream. Probably more bottom. I think it's almost like more like almost like an angry face, not quite. I don't know, dude. Fucking tough expression. So like all right, guys, I need to go now. I'm so sleepy. I'm jealous. Get out of here. Just it's the eye that I keep fucking up, dude. It's scary now. Well, it's like an ugly cry, you know? Or you could try mouth open with chin furled up. I'm gonna commit to this one for like a couple minutes, and then I only really have a couple minutes, but and then maybe I'll try something else. The mouth just looks fucking massive. I normally think flared nostrils, like tension lines under center of lower lip. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to go for. I think I kind of have like a good base here. I just have to not fuck it up. And then like some like double chin action. Okay. Strong base, new layer. I have no idea, dude. I'm tweaking right now. I'm tweaking, chat. Oh fuck, I'm tweaking. I'm tweaking. Ugh. I want to punch my monitor right now. And by monitor, I mean my Wacom tablet. I'm channeling my inner crazy male. And then giving the fives with those ugly crying babies. I mean, you know what? I'll take it. It has the word crying in the sentence, so. Crying's not like the prettiest thing in the world, you know, chat? So. You don't serve plut while crying. I think if the lower lip is pulling away. Could do Norman Reedus crying face? What's his crying face? This is just like a normal guy with water in his eyes. Norman Reedus crying. Oh, actually, his it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I do like that. Yeah, that's sort of what I think I was doing wrong. Is the squinty eyes. All the eyes are very squinty. I love this fucking crocodile. Whisper. It feels like the mouth on him gets pulled out more to the side rather than down like I had it. What's the nose do? Tension's down. So flares actually, it doesn't flare, it like tension's down. Eyes. Eyes are kind of actually upturned a little bit. Why am I drawing with white? Not there's anything wrong with that. Just whisper. I don't like how black and soulless the eyes are. Hey, it's Castnack. Hey, it's Krups. What up, big dog? You're catching me like literally at the end of stream. I'm about to get the hell out of here. Somebody, give me somebody to raid that's doing art. If they're doing art, maybe I'll do it. Big, small, I don't give a fuck. Someone. Anyone. No pressure. Trinity? I don't think she's left, right? Just raid an empty channel. Back to the phone. Raid Chuck Chan? Ooh, I love Chuck Chan, dude. Is Chuck live right now? Oh, he is. Oh, Krups. Krups with the fucking banger, dude. I'll take the numbers. I don't even think you can get numbers while you're offline, can you? Did you get partner yet? I feel like you've been fucking popping off lately. Surely you've gotten like a partner invite, or does it take more time? I'm almost there. No, I think she's got it like in a couple months, dude. At most, I think like guaranteed it's happening this year. I'd be willing to put money on that. I have 3 more streams. I need to have 75 average. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. If you stream around after my schedule, I'll just write into you. My Friday streams are usually pretty slow. My Saturday and Sunday do a little bit better. I think this needs to be a little bit more. Raids don't count towards partnership, which is so asked. They totally do, don't they? There's no way that's true. Is that true? I've seen people partner push where they basically just get nonstop raided. For the achievement, yes. For the application part, no. I mean, even without like any raids, I think she's got it, so. Okay, whatever, dude. This is my attempt at a crying face. I did whatever. It's fine. We got almost kind of there. We're gonna raid it to Chuck Chan. Where's my little freaking... my little square animal drawer guy? Chuck Chan. Chuck Chan. Blah, 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 blah. Discord, Discord, Discord. You know what to do. Blah, 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 blah. Rules channel. Blah, blah, blah. Live notifications. Tomorrow, 12 p.m. See you there. Bye, bye.